Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with TUA TAGOVAILOA'S career mode here on Madden 21. We're coming off of a rough game, a rough performance. I think obviously we all know there was some big mistakes that if you take them out, the Colts win this game. Andrew Chavez played phenomenal, but Tua played right there along with him, I would say. I mean, obviously the big mistake was that pick six, but we also got to talk about Dorian Chancellor's, throw fumble, trying to celebrate, then fumbles it. I think one dude that really stepped up was this guy, Rashawn Hadley, man. He played phenomenal. Spencer Cobb, he was all over for the Jets. I don't know, man. I was shocked, just as probably you guys were, that the Colts lost this game. They should have won it. There's no debating it. Tua definitely could have played better, but he didn't play bad. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, obviously Andrew Chavez played better than Tua, but overall it was a good game. It was close, and we're going to find out who has made it to the Super Bowl here. And we're going to be taking it to next season and seeing if Tua can make another run. Now, it is the Oakland Raiders going up against the Dallas Cowboys. And dang, oh dang, it's Torrey Griffin looking to get another one. Torrey Griffin, if you guys don't know, I think it was matter of fact, it was year number 3 of this series, he won the Super Bowl. And that was back when he was young in his career. He's now playing his 10th season, and he's heading up against the Oakland Raiders, or me. I always call them Oakland, but whatever. Going up against the Raiders in 2030 for another ring. Let's see what happens here. Dallas or the Raiders. Last year it was Washington. In year 10, year 9, it was the Bucks, and then the Ravens in 8 and 7. And now it is going to the Raiders for the first time ever in this series. So Raiders get a Super Bowl in year number 11. And we are now moving on. First, let's take a look at the retirements here. Christian McCaffrey calls it quits. Honestly, at this point, we just want to see, did Tua retire, yes or no? Obviously, I doubt he retired, but just to be safe, you never really know. Rashawn Hadley was released. Whoa. Okay, here's the Colts news. So, yeah, no worries for Tua. He's still playing, okay? He got his first ever postseason. We're going to go ahead and sim to the next season. He got his first postseason game against the Jets, lost 28-21. Out of an 11-year career, he's only played one game in the playoffs. So it's unfortunate that it was a loss to the Jets. So I'm going to write this down as we sim here. First playoffs. Let's go ahead. Let's sim at year 12. We're not wasting. We're at the end of this series, basically. Going into Tua's 12th season. We're getting close. We're getting close to the. We're down the hill right now. We're going down the hill. Can he have success late in his career? Let's find out. It would be nice if he could make the playoffs again, at least. So, I don't know. Let's find out, shall we? I mean, sim to mid-season. Let's see what we can do here. We're speeding it up a lot, as you guys can tell. We're not, going to chill around in the draft or anything like that anymore, really. We're going to shoot for the playoffs until Tua retires, basically. It looks like he's going to not end his career, but go through his whole career with just playing for 2 teams unless something changes here at the end of it. But he's been playing with the Colts for a long time. ever since year number 4. And here we go, going into the bye. How do you want to handle the upcoming week? First off, let's take a look at our record. Our record is 3-5. And the division is weak this year, so technically we're not out of it. But again, it's nothing new really. Tua is that smart kind of quarterback. He hasn't, really shined in yards really too much. I think only he had 1 year where he broke 4,000. And this year, obviously, the numbers have fallen pretty low. He's looking to, if he keeps this up, set a mark around what he did in 2027 or 2027, where he threw 14 interceptions. Honestly, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Possibly, he's not playing bad. I mean, he's played freaking decent football his whole career. Let's see what happens, man. There's nothing really much more we can do for him. Let's see if the Colts. Let's cross our fingers here, man. I feel like we need a miracle. 3-5. Let's see what happens. Year number 12 for Tua Tagovailoa, and it is a miss. Does not look like we made it. The Dolphins make it. That's Tua's old team from years ago. The Jags make it once again. They've really kind of dominated this division for the most part in this series. 10-6 they go. The Colts go 6-10. And yeah, I mean, same old story. Honestly, it's been the same old story. We are going to sim to the Super Bowl and see who is the champions. It's been interesting. It's the Giants Chiefs. I think it's the first time we've seen the Giants in there. Maybe as far as winning the Super Bowl goes in this series, neither of these teams have ever done it. So we will have a new Super Bowl champion for the series. The Dolphins got eliminated right off the rip. You gotta love it. At least for this series, Tua has to love it. Because this guy right here is, kind of took his spot there out in Miami. He didn't have a good game. Justin Fields didn't play too good. But, I mean, this is the guy we've kind of decided is Tua's biggest rival is Tyree Gary, who's, I mean, he's had a phenomenal career. He's really outshined Tua in almost every way. Having that little bit of a dynasty back in year 4 and 5. And they make the playoffs every year ever since then. The Jags are, thanks to Tyree, Gary, they've played phenomenal. And now we got the Chiefs versus the Giants here in Super Bowl 66. We're going to go ahead and sim it. Let's see who wins this thing. We're not, like I said, we're not wasting any more time. We're shooting through this. And there it is. The Chiefs, they finally, I'm surprised it took this long. It took them 12 years, but they did it. They finally did it. The Chiefs win. They win the Super Bowl. It took them a while, but they did it. They beat the Giants 24-30. As far as retirements goes, you see Saquon Barkley's gone. Keep an eye out for, Tua Tagovailoa. I don't think he would retire anytime soon, and he doesn't, so he's safe. We will be simming year number 13 of his career. I mean, he's still, honestly, if we're being real, it's Madden, so I don't know how long he'll make it or whatever. But if we're being realistic, this guy could play to his late 30s. We will see. We're going to upgrade these guys for, I don't know why. Sometimes they don't upgrade them. Let's go to roster. Let's see how much of a hit Tua took this year. My fear is that he is in the 70s now. And that... What the fluff? Tua isn't here. Tua Tagovailoa is not with the Colts. I missed something. Okay, let's go to roster. Let's just go to Let's find where Tua's at, man. I don't believe he retired. Wow, Trevor Lawrence is one of the best players in the league. Look at that, at 98 overall. Trevor Lawrence. For quarterbacks, here we go. Patrick Mahomes. Justin Fields, wow. Man. Tua, okay, here he is. Tua Tagovailoa. We're about to find out what team he's on. He didn't regress that bad, actually. He's 83 overall, and he is with the Cincinnati Bengals. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And Joe Burrow is with Cleveland. Oh my goodness, Tua is with a new team. The Colts have cut him and let him go. Who did they cut him for? Who did they let him go for? Well, none other than quarterback Cole Babin Knox, who has a 79 overall, 29 years old. Doesn't really make too much sense. But at the same time, they weren't getting any success with Tua, so it does make sense. Alrighty, guys. So we're over. We flew out to Cincinnati. Here we are. We're simming the 13th season of Tua Tagovailoa's career, and he is now playing for his third team that he's ever played for in his career. We're simming to the midpoint of the regular season. You want to know what I was thinking, though? New team, even though it may be weak, maybe it gives that team, maybe that team is in a weaker division. I mean, the Jags, let's be honest, they kind of dominated that division for all those years, and never mind, dude. Holy shit. 1-7, and you know what? That's kind of realistic. I'm going to be honest with you. This team is trash. This is honestly one of the worst teams in the league. Looking at the roster, their highest overall rated player is literally an 84, and then it drops off to 80, or is an 88, and then it drops off to an 84 for their second player. Their top, before you move the page, like their top 7 is 88, and it goes all the way down to an 80. That's how bad this team is. And it's not like they're a young team either. They're pretty old. I mean, their top 3 players, 30, 31, 34. And they're not even in the 90s. Whoever's the GM for Cincinnati is horrible. Probably the worst GM I've ever seen. And this division is, it's not easier. You got Joe Burrow in Cleveland. You got Lamar Jackson out in Baltimore. It's bye-bye for Tua. His chance at getting a ring was in year 11 when he lost to the Jets. So for the AFC, the Jets, the Dolphins make it again. The Browns, Ravens and Giants get their bye. Let's see what Tua did, man. Let's see what Tua's did. We didn't check his numbers either for last year, so let's go ahead and do that. I did forget. My bad. So 26-11. Not too bad. Let's check his stats from last year as well. He is now 35. But yeah, last year when he played for the Colts, he finished 19-8. So a big drop off there. He's trying to bounce back a little bit. 26-11. 80 was his. He threw an 80-yard bomb. That's awesome. He was sacked 39 times. He hasn't been sacked that much since, 2025 when he got sacked 44 times. So, yeah. His completion percentage was the worst of his career at 56%. The only time he came close to that was when he was in his rookie season. And it is, whoa, it's a big upset. The Detroit Lions, they say, yeah, you're not going to get that third ring, my man. We're going to steal one from you. There it is. The Detroit Lions win. And with that being said, let's take a look at the retirements, shall we? Let's take a look. Guess we're going to the Bengals. Joe Burrow is still there. Now, we didn't take a look at his contract, so that is something I think we should do now, really quickly. What did the Bengals sign Tua to? It was a 1-year deal. Okay, and that was my worry. It's a 1-year deal. He's now regressed to an 80 overall. I don't see Tua. Tua's not there. Tua is a free agent. Oh man, oh man. Tua Tagovailoa is a free agent. Let's go ahead and sim to the draft. And we're going to see if we can find Tua on a roster anywhere. Before we... Oh, here we go. View free agency recap. So here's all the signings. So they pick up a veteran Zach Ziegler, 73 overall scrambling quarterback. Just in case, I guess they don't hit on the draft, the Bengals will have Zach Ziegler. They seen what they had from Tua. They didn't like it. That's why they only signed him to that 1-year contract. And this is the part where you get that bouncing, Brett Favre going back and forth to teams. Maybe now Tom Brady, he goes to the Bucks. Maybe he goes to another team after that. Joe Burrow, we're seeing it with Joe Burrow now. He's going out to Seattle, the 36-year-old. And I don't know, though, if there's going to be a spot for Tua. At an 80 overall, and there's all these other quarterbacks that are available, like Josh Allen, Jordan Love, Deshaun Watson, Kyler Murray. Did Tua get one? Well, we had one bid on him, which means I do think he signed. Is he going to be a starter, though? Tua Tagovailoa has signed with the Houston Texans. He goes back to his old division where he played in the most. So the bouncing around now begins for the end of this guy's career. So let's go over to Houston, and I'll see you guys over there. Alrighty, guys. So here we are. We're with Houston. Good news is their team may be a little better than the Bengals. But he played in this division for a long time, the most of his career. Houston knows what Tua can do, and they sign him. Let's see. They signed for a 1-year deal for $12.4 million, and $5.95 of that is guaranteed with a signing bonus. So he's getting a total of $18.3 million for 1 year. Tua's making bank. Like I said, he may not have rings, he may not have playoff appearances, but the man's got money and success in the league, at least. Like, he started his whole career for the most part. Besides that last year in Miami, which was season number 3. We are now going into season number 14 as Tua Tagovailoa. His career is slowly coming to an end. It is. It's been an amazing ride. Unfortunately, a lackluster ride. Turn that down really quick. And, oh my goodness, Houston's 5-2. Hey, a new team. A new team is a new team. And the Tennessee Titans are 0-8. And the Colts are 4-4. You gotta love it, man. You gotta love it when your old team is doing worse than you. The team that didn't give you a contract back. Tua is with a good team this year, and if I would say this, if there was any team that Tua could have one last shot at having a Super Bowl run with, if he had to, he couldn't have landed in a better spot. Houston is set for success this year. He's way better off than he was with the Bengals. But before we jump the gun, let's see what the Bengals are doing now, and what he would be in. So if he stayed with Miami, he'd be 3-4. If he would have stayed with the Bengals, obviously they were in a sinking ship, and thank goodness they didn't sign him back. Tua is actually thanking the Bengals. He has no hard feelings towards them. He didn't want to be in that boat anyways. And then obviously you have the team that he has, I would say the most, I don't know, he wants revenge maybe? A little more feelings. It's a little more personal with the Colts. Because he's there, he played with them for a long time. And then they finally let him go. They cut him loose. They're 4-4. And then of course the Jaguars and Tyree Gary at 4-3. He wants to beat Tyree Gary. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Not only did Houston and Tua Tagovailoa make it to the playoffs, but they beat the Jacksonville Jaguars to do it. Standing at an 8-7 record, you need to win this game. And they ended up beating the Jacksonville Jaguars and Tyree Gary in such a close game, 19-14, to get their spot in that wild card. Now, guess who made it though? Of course, it's the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, the Colts didn't make it. Surprise, surprise. But the Jaguars did, and so did Houston. Now, we have a tall task with the Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson, but this may not be as a strong team as you think this late into the series. The Jets get their bye. The Eagles get their bye. I'm excited, man. Oh my goodness. We will get to see Tua play in a freaking postseason game again. This may possibly be his last game of his career. 14 seasons in. And it was 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago now, in year number 11, when Tua Tagovailoa played against the Jets and lost. How dope would it be if that's the AFC Championship? That's getting very ahead of ourselves, though. Right now, we need to focus on beating the Baltimore Ravens, and then we need to focus on what's to come next after that. But for right now, it's Baltimore. So, like we did last time, we're going to take a look at our team. We'll get to know them a little bit. First, let's make sure Tua isn't even injured. I forgot to do that. And no, he's healthy. Josh Myers, the center, though, is hurt. So let's get to know this Houston team, and then let's check out the Baltimore Ravens, and we'll call it a damn good episode. So, obviously, you got Tua Tagovailoa. He's only going to be going down in overall, so this could possibly be his last year. This is his last chance here. 81 overall, not bad. As far as running back, he has the best running back that he's probably ever had behind him to take off the pressure, and it's in Jamil Singleton. 87 overall, 95 speed, 91 acceleration. Moving over to wide receivers, he's got a damn good core in Devontae Smith and Deontay Butler. Two very solid guys. Damaquez Simmons, dominating tight end. But who's protecting him? Well, it's not the best O-line, but it's definitely not the worst. I think the biggest worry is the center being down. Nolan Croft will have to step up and, be that guy. As far as the defensive line, you got Dukes, not too bad. But then it's all about Dwight Stanley, 96 overall, right in. He's just phenomenal. And then you got Luke Johnson. Houston still got that damn dominating defensive line. Lamar Galloway. This is a solid defense, dude. Johnny Brittingham, captain of the defense. Deontay Landry at right outside linebacker. This defense is stacked, dude. Jerry Jackson, Chuck Gary. Travis Smith, not too bad, and Vincent Anderson, not too bad. So that's the Houston Texans right there, leading, their way into the playoffs. Now, taking a look at their opponents, who are, let's see who they have. Here they are. The Baltimore Ravens. Ooh, they're still pretty stacked. They got Denzel Parham, who is one of the best wide receivers in the league. Jesus, 97 overall. He is going to cause some trouble. Then they got William Lewis. Oh my God. They got Lamar Jackson. This is going to be the tallest task of Tua's career. I did not know that the Baltimore Ravens would still be this stacked this late into the series. Oh my goodness. Denzel Parham, AJ Harris, Oscar Gaffney. These are some damn good wide receivers. Carson Green isn't too shabby either. Who's protecting Lamar Jackson? Well, Jackson Carman. Oh man, this is going to be rough. There's a weakness on that right side though. Left in Nolan Groves, Grant Peppers, Dan Adams. Oh boys. Oh, Eli Mayer at 87 overall. Sidney Jennings, 88 overall. Oh man, oh man. Rodney Thomas, 86. They are without their captain of the defense, their free safety, and it will be Victor Meeks who will have to take over. So that could help those deep bombs. They're also without Lonnie Lewis. Okay, so there it is. Over the top could be a weakness for Baltimore coming into this next game. They're without both their starting safeties. That could, ooh, okay, there we go. We know a little bit of a weakness. Now, obviously, you can't just go over the top every play, though. I think Baltimore is such a damn good team in the playoffs. We're going up against one of the hardest teams, I think. If we can beat this team right here, if Tua can win against the Baltimore Ravens, I think a Super Bowl run is not too much, you know, out of the window. Like, that's a possible thing if you can beat the Baltimore Ravens stacked team right now. So this is interesting. You guys let me know what you think. I'm excited. I mean, we're gonna leave it here though. Obviously, next episode we'll have some playoffs. I mean, look at Tua. He played phenomenal. Here's his stats on the year. Matter of fact, he played great. He definitely played great. I'm going to leave you guys. Let's take a look at his career stats. Let's go to career. Check out TUA TAGOVAILOA. Oh, my goodness. There he is. That's what he's done so far in this series, and it's getting close to an end. But guess what, boys? He's made it to the playoffs one more time. So, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Hope you're excited for next episode. I can't wait to bring it to you. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.